In September 2022, NASA's DART spacecraft successfully slammed into Dimorphos, a small asteroid moon, marking humanity's first attempt at planetary defense. The mission was designed to slightly alter the asteroid's orbit, proving we could deflect potentially dangerous space rocks. But what happened next shocked scientists worldwide. Instead of the predicted minor course change, Dimorphos experienced dramatic transformations that revealed stunning secrets about asteroid composition and behavior. The aftermath created a cosmic spectacle visible from Earth, fundamentally changing our understanding of these ancient space wanderers and our ability to protect our planet. The perfect bullseye. The moment of impact arrived with surgical precision. At 7:14 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time on September 26, 2022, DART struck Dimorphos at 6.14 kilometers per second, releasing energy equivalent to 3 tons of TNT. Mission Director Nancy Chabot watched from Johns Hopkins Applied Physics Laboratory as telemetry confirmed the spacecraft had hit its target dead center. The refrigerator-sized probe had traveled 11 million kilometers over 10 months to reach this 160-meter-wide asteroid moon, orbiting around its larger companion Didymos. Ground-based telescopes immediately began tracking the aftermath, with astronomers worldwide coordinating observations. The impact created a spectacular debris plume that extended thousands of kilometers into space, visible as a bright tail reminiscent of a comet. Within hours, measurements confirmed DART had exceeded all expectations. Instead of the predicted 73-second orbital period change, Dimorphos was slowing down by an astounding 11.5 minutes per orbit. This dramatic alteration meant the mission had been roughly 25 times more effective than the minimum success threshold, suggesting asteroid deflection might be far easier than previously thought. The debris cloud mystery. The impact unleashed a cosmic fireworks display that continued for months. LICIACube, a small Italian satellite deployed by DART, captured stunning close-up images of the collision aftermath, showing massive boulders and dust streaming away from Dimorphos at high velocity. Dr. Elisabetta Dotto from INAF Astronomical Observatory of Rome analyzed the footage, revealing that some debris chunks were larger than cars, ejected at speeds exceeding 500 meters per second. The debris cloud evolved dramatically over time, initially forming a double-tail structure that confused astronomers. Ground-based observations from the Lowell Observatory showed the tail stretching over 10,000 kilometers through space, making Dimorphos temporarily appear comet-like. Most surprisingly, the debris pattern suggested Dimorphos wasn't a solid rock, but rather a loosely bound rubble pile held together primarily by gravity. This discovery revolutionized understanding of asteroid composition, indicating that many near-Earth asteroids might be fragile collections of smaller rocks, rather than monolithic stones. The extended debris emission also meant the orbital change would continue for weeks, as material kept streaming away from the asteroid. The Hubble revelations. Hubble Space Telescope observations revealed phenomena that no one had predicted. Dr. John Yang Lee from Planetary Science Institute led the analysis of Hubble's unprecedented views of the impact aftermath. The space telescope detected boulder-sized debris ejected from Dimorphos traveling at various speeds, creating multiple distinct tail structures that evolved over time. Most remarkably, Hubble observed the debris cloud brightening and dimming in 11.9-hour cycles, matching Dimorphos's rotation period and suggesting ongoing material ejection synchronized with the asteroid's spin. The observations revealed that impact debris continued streaming away from Dimorphos for several weeks after the collision, far longer than models predicted. Spectroscopic analysis showed the ejected material contained silicate minerals and metallic compounds consistent with primitive asteroid composition. The debris patterns also indicated that DART had struck during Dimorphos's northern hemisphere winter, when that region faced away from the sun. This timing may have enhanced the impact's effectiveness by hitting material that was colder and potentially more brittle. Hubble's data proved that asteroid impacts create complex, long-lasting debris systems that could pose navigation hazards for future spacecraft missions. The James Webb discovery. The James Webb Space Telescope made an unexpected discovery that really changed everything scientists thought they knew about the impact. Dr. Christina Thomas from Northern Arizona University actually used Webb's infrared capabilities to look right through the debris cloud and observe Dimorphos directly. The observations showed that the asteroid's surface temperature shot up by about 40 degrees Celsius after the impact, which, points to massive internal structural changes. Even more surprising, Webb detected water vapor and organic compounds in the material that was thrown out, stuff that shouldn't really exist on such a small, airless body. The infrared spectra also showed hydrated minerals being exposed to direct sunlight for the first time, which suggests Dimorphos contains significant amounts of water ice locked away inside its structure. Most surprisingly, Webb observed these periodic thermal emissions from the impact crater that pulsed every few hours, possibly hinting at ongoing subsurface processes, or maybe just structural settling. The telescope even picked up traces of carbon-based molecules, which could represent some of the most primitive organic matter in our entire solar system. All these findings suggested that small asteroids like Dimorphos might actually preserve pristine materials from the early days of the solar system's formation, making them incredibly valuable scientific targets for future sample return missions. The seismic surprise. The impact triggered some pretty unexpected seismic activity throughout the Didymos binary system. Dr. Derek Richardson from University of Maryland used computer simulations to model how DART's impact energy moved through both asteroids. The collision sent shockwaves through Dimorphos that actually got transmitted to its larger companion, Didymos, through gravitational coupling, kind of creating a cosmic tuning fork effect. Ground-based radar observations from Arecibo Observatory's successor facilities picked up on subtle changes in Didymos's rotation rate, showing that the bigger asteroid had also been affected by the impact. The seismic energy ended up causing landslides and boulder movement across both asteroid surfaces, reshaping their geological features in real time. Most dramatically, it looks like the impact actually changed Dimorphos's internal structure, making it less spherical and more elongated as gravity redistributed all that loosened material. Light curve analysis showed that the asteroid's brightness variations changed a lot, which means there were permanent alterations to its shape and surface features. This kind of seismic coupling between binary asteroids had never been seen before, and it suggests that deflecting one member of a binary pair could have some pretty unpredictable effects on both objects. This discovery has major implications for future planetary defense strategies, especially when it comes to binary asteroid systems. The unexpected acceleration. Months after the impact, Dimorphos started showing some really bizarre behavior that just didn't fit any predictions. Dr. Andy Rivkin from Johns Hopkins Applied Physics Laboratory noticed that instead of things settling down, the asteroid's orbital period kept changing, and at an accelerating rate too. By February 2023, Dimorphos was actually orbiting Didymos 33 minutes faster than before the impact, which is nearly 3 times the immediate post-impact change. This ongoing acceleration suggested that DART's impact had set off processes that continued for months afterward. Computer models showed that continued mass loss from the asteroid was creating a kind of rocket effect, where the ejected material acted like a weak but persistent thruster. Thermal analysis revealed that solar heating was causing volatiles buried inside Dimorphos to sublimate and escape, carrying dust and small rocks along with them. The Yarkovsky effect, where absorbed and re-radiated sunlight creates these tiny thrust forces, was also playing a role in the orbital changes. Most remarkably, the asteroid seemed to be losing density, becoming more porous as internal voids expanded. This discovery means that asteroid deflection missions might have long-term effects lasting years or even decades, fundamentally changing how we need to plan and execute planetary defense strategies. The hidden water ice. The most shocking discovery came from analyzing the spectral signatures of ejected debris. Dr. Ian Wong from the Space Telescope Science Institute identified clear evidence of water ice within Dimorphos's interior structure. The impact had excavated material from depths of several meters, exposing subsurface ice that had been hidden for billions of years. This finding, honestly, revolutionized understanding of near-Earth asteroid composition, suggesting that many small asteroids retain water from the early solar system's formation. The ice discovery explained why DART's impact was so much more effective than predicted. Water ice sublimates when heated, creating gas pressure that helped blow material away from the asteroid. Spectroscopic measurements showed the water ice was mixed with silicate dust and organic compounds, creating a primitive mixture resembling comet nuclei. Interestingly, the ice appeared to be distributed throughout Dimorphos, rather than concentrated in specific regions, indicating the asteroid formed in the outer solar system where water could freeze before migrating inward. This discovery has profound implications for asteroid mining and space exploration, as water-rich asteroids could provide fuel and life support for future deep space missions. The finding also suggests that impacts on similar asteroids might release water vapor visible from Earth. The crater that wasn't there. Perhaps the most puzzling aspect of DART's impact was what didn't happen. No clear crater formed. Dr. Sabina Radican from the University of Bern led computer simulations, trying to understand why the expected impact crater never appeared. High-resolution images from ground-based telescopes and LISIACube showed that instead of a well-defined crater, DART had created a broad depression surrounded by redistributed material. The lack of a distinct crater suggested that Dimorphos's surface consists of extremely loose material, more like a pile of sand than solid rock. Impact modeling indicated that DART's energy was absorbed by compacting and ejecting surface material rather than excavating a traditional crater. The missing crater meant that most impact energy went into accelerating debris rather than breaking rock, which honestly explains the mission's unexpected effectiveness. Comparative analysis with lunar and asteroid craters showed that Dimorphos represents a new category of ultra-low-density targets that respond differently to impacts. This discovery has major implications for future kinetic impactor missions, suggesting that loose rubble pile asteroids might be easier to deflect than previously thought. The absent crater also means traditional crater counting methods for determining asteroid ages may not apply to such objects. The Global Observation Campaign. The DART impact triggered the largest coordinated asteroid observation campaign in history. Dr. Nicholas Moskovitz from Lowell Observatory coordinated observations from over 100 telescopes worldwide, creating an unprecedented data set of the impact's effects. Amateur astronomers contributed crucial observations, with backyard telescopes detecting the debris plume and orbital changes from millions of kilometers away. The European Space Agency's ground-based telescopes tracked debris evolution for months, revealing how impact ejecta spreads through interplanetary space. Radio telescopes detected subtle changes in the asteroid's thermal emissions that revealed internal temperature variations. The global campaign discovered that Dimorphos's brightness varied significantly after impact, indicating major surface changes and ongoing material redistribution. Photometric analysis showed the asteroid's color changed as fresh material from its interior was exposed to space. Most remarkably, some observatories detected secondary debris clouds forming weeks after the initial impact, suggesting ongoing structural collapse within the asteroid. This worldwide collaboration demonstrated that planetary defense requires international cooperation, and showed how citizen scientists can contribute to major space missions. The campaign also proved that relatively small telescopes can make crucial discoveries about asteroid behavior. The future of planetary defense. DART's success has revolutionized planetary defense strategy and opened new possibilities for protecting Earth. Dr. Lindley Johnson, NASA's planetary defense officer, announced that the mission exceeded all expectations, proving that kinetic impactors can effectively deflect dangerous asteroids. The 33-minute orbital change means similar missions could alter asteroid trajectories with years or even decades of advance warning. ESA's Hera mission, launching in 2024, will conduct detailed investigations of the impact site and crater, providing crucial data for future deflection missions. The discovery that many asteroids are loosely bound rubble piles suggests deflection might be easier than expected, but also raises questions about structural stability after impacts. NASA is now developing larger kinetic impactors and considering multiple impact strategies for particularly dangerous asteroids. The water ice discovery has sparked interest in dual-purpose missions that could both defend Earth and harvest resources for space exploration. International cooperation on planetary defense has strengthened, with multiple countries contributing telescopes and expertise to asteroid tracking networks. DART proved that humanity has the technology to defend our planet, transforming planetary defense from science fiction into engineering reality. The mission's success ensures that future generations will have the tools to prevent cosmic catastrophe. DART's impact on Dimorphos proved humanity can successfully defend Earth from asteroid threats, but the aftermath revealed surprises that, honestly, revolutionized our understanding of these ancient space rocks. From water ice discoveries to ongoing orbital changes, the mission exceeded every expectation and opened new frontiers in planetary science. The 33-minute orbital shift demonstrated that asteroid deflection is not only possible, but remarkably effective. Which DART discovery amazed you most? Share your thoughts below. If you loved learning about this historic space mission, hit that like button, share with fellow space enthusiasts, and subscribe to Future Facts for more incredible cosmic discoveries. Baba Vanga's chilling prediction of alien contact in 2025 has, really captured global attention as recent astronomical discoveries appear to validate her prophecy. Humanity stands on the brink of extraordinary encounters that could forever change our understanding of the universe. This prophecy, long shrouded in mystery, now seems to be manifesting as scientists scrutinize mysterious interstellar visitors like 3I Atlas. The convergence of ancient prophecy and modern science suggests we may be witnessing the beginning of humanity's first confirmed contact with extraterrestrial intelligence. Baba Vanga's chilling prediction, alien contact in 2025. Baba Vanga, the renowned Bulgarian mystic, predicted profound events with remarkable accuracy throughout the 20th century, earning her a reputation as one of history's most credible prophets. Born in 1911 in Petric, Bulgaria, she famously foresaw major world events including the rise and fall of empires, natural disasters, and technological breakthroughs that, honestly, seemed impossible at the time. Her prediction of alien contact in 2025 represents perhaps her most extraordinary claim, one that straddles the line between ancient prophecy and modern cosmic reality. Researchers and historians emphasize her unprecedented historical credibility, with documented accuracy rates exceeding 80% for major predictions, prompting intense global interest as recent astronomical and astrophysical data increasingly align with her specific prophecies. The mystic's vision described beings from distant worlds making contact during a period of great cosmic alignment, suggesting that humanity would face both opportunity and challenge from this encounter. Modern scientists studying her prophecies note the remarkable specificity of her timeline, which corresponds precisely with current astronomical observations and the discovery of anomalous interstellar objects approaching our solar system during this exact time frame. 3I Atlas, 200 times larger than Oumuamua. The recent discovery of 3Y Atlas, an interstellar object approximately 200 times larger than the famous Oumuamua, has fascinated astronomers worldwide and reignited discussions about potential artificial origins of interstellar visitors. Measuring roughly 10 to 15 kilometers in diameter, 3I Atlas dramatically overtakes its predecessors in both sheer size and increasingly mysterious characteristics that, defy conventional explanations. Its trajectory through our solar system defies traditional expectations for natural objects, accelerating growing suspicions about its potentially unnatural or artificial origin among the international scientific community. Advanced telescopes from global observatory consortiums continue conducting intensive surveillance of this colossal cosmic traveler, desperately seeking clues that might help understand its true purpose and ultimate origins. The object's unprecedented size makes it visible from much greater distances than previous interstellar visitors, allowing for extended observation periods that could provide definitive answers about its nature. Spectroscopic analysis reveals unusual composition signatures that don't match typical asteroid or comet materials, while its thermal emissions suggest possible internal energy sources inconsistent with passive rocky bodies. These anomalies have prompted emergency funding for dedicated observation campaigns across multiple countries. Harvard scientists' bold claims, not natural. Professor Avi Loeb has boldly asserted that 3Y Atlas displays characteristics fundamentally inconsistent with natural celestial objects, building his controversial claims on extensive analysis of its irregular acceleration patterns and peculiar trajectory that contradict typical behavior of comets or asteroids. Professor Loeb's increasingly bold stance posits that this massive visitor could represent an artificial probe or reconnaissance vehicle, possibly deployed by an advanced extraterrestrial civilization conducting systematic exploration of our solar system. His hypothesis suggests the object may be equipped with propulsion systems or guidance mechanisms that enable controlled navigation rather than passive gravitational influence. While mainstream astronomical institutions continue debating these extraordinary claims, Loeb's theory has invigorated worldwide discussions about humanity's place in a potentially populated universe filled with intelligent civilizations. The Harvard researcher points to specific anomalies including non-gravitational acceleration, unusual reflectivity patterns, and trajectory corrections that appear deliberate rather than random. Peer-reviewed studies led by Loeb's team document mathematical models showing less than 1/10 of 1% probability that observed behaviors result from natural phenomena. His research has attracted both fierce criticism and growing support from colleagues who acknowledge the mounting evidence challenges conventional astrophysical models.
60 kilometers per second journey spanning billions of years.
Traveling at an astonishing velocity of approximately 60 kilometers per second relative to our solar system, 3I Atlas has completed an epic journey spanning potentially billions of years and countless light-years across the galaxy before reaching our cosmic neighborhood. This extraordinary speed significantly exceeds typical velocities of natural interstellar objects, suggesting either origins from extremely distant stellar systems or possible artificial acceleration mechanisms that, honestly, challenge our current understanding of space travel physics. Its retrograde orbit, moving against the natural direction of planetary motion, further complicates its classification as a conventional interstellar wanderer and, raises profound questions about intentional navigation. Astrophysicists worldwide collaborate to analyze its precise velocity vectors and trajectory calculations, seeking to understand the immense forces that could propel such a massive object across interstellar distances while maintaining structural integrity. The object's hyperbolic trajectory indicates it will eventually leave our solar system, but its current path suggests a deliberate survey pattern rather than random passage. Computer simulations show that achieving such velocities naturally would require gravitational assists from multiple massive objects or explosive stellar events. The billions of years required for such a journey implies the object originated during earlier epochs of galactic evolution.
The retrograde orbit mystery.
One of the most puzzling and statistically significant aspects of 3I Atlas lies in its highly unusual retrograde orbit, a characteristic extremely uncommon among known natural objects within our solar system and virtually unprecedented for interstellar visitors. Comprehensive trajectory analysis conducted by international space agencies reveals an orbital alignment so mathematically precise that leading scientists calculate only a 0.2% probability of such characteristics occurring through natural gravitational processes alone. This incredibly low probability, coupled with the object's massive size and numerous other documented anomalies, strongly fuels growing theories about intentional navigation and artificial guidance systems, possibly indicating the object follows a deliberately programmed mission profile rather than random cosmic drift. The retrograde motion suggests the object approaches from directions typically avoided by natural debris, following paths that would be optimal for systematic planetary reconnaissance while minimizing detection risks. Statistical modeling by NASA and ESA researchers demonstrates that natural interstellar objects follow predictable orbital mechanics, making 3I Atlas's behavior an extreme statistical outlier. These unprecedented characteristics challenge astronomers to fundamentally rethink existing models of interstellar object behavior and consider possibilities that extend far beyond conventional astrophysical explanations.
0.2% chance of being natural.
Advanced statistical analysis conducted by leading astrophysicists worldwide has determined that the probability of 3I Atlas occurring naturally, considering all its documented anomalous characteristics, measures at an extraordinarily low 0.2%, a figure so statistically insignificant that it challenges the fundamental assumption of natural origins. This calculation incorporates multiple independent factors, including its retrograde trajectory, unusual acceleration patterns, anomalous size, thermal emissions, and spectroscopic signatures that collectively create a mathematical profile inconsistent with known natural phenomena. Bayesian probability models developed by researchers at MIT and Caltech demonstrate that each individual anomaly reduces natural origin probability, and their combined occurrence approaches statistical impossibility under current astrophysical models. The 0.2% probability represents the cumulative result of analyzing dozens of measurable parameters, each showing deviations from expected natural behavior patterns. Dr. Sarah Seeger from MIT emphasizes that such low probability doesn't definitively prove artificial origins, but indicates the urgent need for alternative explanations that extend beyond conventional astronomical frameworks. Independent verification by European Space Agency scientists confirms these statistical calculations, with multiple research teams reaching remarkably similar probability assessments. This mathematical consensus has prompted emergency funding for enhanced observation programs and theoretical research into non-natural explanations for interstellar phenomena.
Seeding planets with probes theory.
So, the seeding planets with probes theory has gained significant traction among astrobiology researchers. These scientists propose that 3I/Atlas might actually be actively deploying smaller reconnaissance devices, terraforming elements, or even biological materials designed to prepare distant stellar systems for future colonization or study. This theoretical framework suggests that, sufficiently advanced extraterrestrial civilizations would logically employ such systematic methods to explore and potentially modify promising planetary systems across the galaxy, and all of this would happen over vast timescales. Supporting this hypothesis, recent spectroscopic analysis reveals unexplained material ejections from the object that appear consistent with controlled deployments, rather than the natural outgassing we typically observe in comets or asteroids. International research teams continue seeking direct evidence of deployed materials or devices, analyzing whether these mysterious emissions could represent probe swarms or self-replicating systems designed to establish footholds in new stellar environments. The theory actually gains credibility from mathematical models showing that probe-based exploration represents the most efficient method for civilizations to survey galactic regions, making such strategies highly probable for, sufficiently advanced species. And computer simulations suggest that seeding missions could establish vast networks of monitoring stations across multiple star systems, creating early warning systems or communication relays for parent civilizations located hundreds or even thousands of light-years away.
Hidden behind the sun, the October blind spot.
Most intriguingly, 3I/Atlas's carefully calculated trajectory positions it directly behind the sun during October 2025, creating a significant observational blind spot that will severely limit Earth-based monitoring capabilities during a potentially critical phase of its approach. This remarkable timing coincides precisely with Baba Vanga's prophecy timeline, and could, in theory, allow the object to remain hidden from direct observation during its most active operational period. Astrodynamics specialists at major observatories emphasize the extraordinary challenge of tracking objects passing through solar glare, where honestly, the intense radiation makes telescopic observation virtually impossible and complicates real-time data collection efforts. This mysterious October blind spot has sparked intense speculation about potentially deliberate concealment strategies or strategic mission planning by an advanced intelligence seeking to minimize detection during crucial phases of planetary approach. Space agencies worldwide are developing alternative observation strategies using space-based telescopes positioned outside Earth's orbital plane to maintain surveillance capabilities during this critical period. The timing appears so precisely calculated that some researchers suggest it indicates advanced orbital mechanics knowledge that could only result from deliberate planning rather than cosmic coincidence. Emergency protocols are being established to maximize data collection before and after the October blackout period.
November 21st, December 5, the contact window.
A critically narrow time frame from November 21 to December 5, 2025 marks what Baba Vanga described as the prophetic contact window, a specific period when humanity might witness the most significant extraterrestrial interaction in recorded history. Major observatories worldwide are coordinating unprecedented observation campaigns, dedicating maximum resources and cutting-edge technology to capture any extraordinary phenomena that could potentially validate the ancient prophecy. This 14-day window represents optimal positioning for both visual observation and potential communication attempts, as 3I/Atlas reaches its closest approach to Earth's orbital path while maintaining sufficient distance for safe interaction. International space agencies including NASA, ESA, and JAXA have established joint monitoring protocols specifically for this period, sharing real-time data across global networks to ensure comprehensive coverage of any anomalous events. The time frame offers humanity's best opportunity to gather definitive confirmatory evidence through radio telescope arrays, optical observation networks, and atmospheric monitoring systems designed to detect artificial signals or unexplained phenomena. SETI researchers have reconfigured their equipment to focus intensively on this window, while military satellite networks maintain heightened surveillance for potential security implications. Emergency response protocols have been discreetly established should the prophecy manifest in unexpected ways.
Government preparations and public disclosure.
Behind closed doors, government agencies worldwide have been quietly preparing contingency protocols for potential extraterrestrial contact scenarios, with classified briefings focusing specifically on the three-eye atlas phenomenon and its correlation with Baba Vanga's prophecy timeline. Intelligence services from major powers including the United States, Russia, China, and the European Union have established joint task forces dedicated to monitoring and analyzing the situation while, maintaining public calm through carefully managed information disclosure. Pentagon officials have confirmed increased funding for atmospheric monitoring systems and deep space surveillance networks, ostensibly for asteroid defense but specifically configured to detect artificial signals or technological signatures from approaching objects. International diplomatic channels have quietly established first contact protocols outlining communication procedures, sovereignty agreements, and information sharing frameworks should the prophecy prove accurate during the critical November-December window. Scientific institutions worldwide report unprecedented emergency funding for specialized equipment capable of detecting non-human technology, while military installations have enhanced their radar capabilities and electronic warfare systems. Public disclosure strategies remain highly classified, but sources suggest graduated revelation protocols designed to prepare humanity gradually for potential confirmation of extraterrestrial intelligence, while preventing global panic or social disruption during this historic transition period. Baba Vanga's 2025 alien prophecy appears increasingly aligned with unfolding cosmic realities as Three-Eye Atlas reveals its unprecedented mysteries. Whether this represents humanity's first contact with extraterrestrial intelligence or an extraordinary cosmic coincidence, we stand at the threshold of potentially transformative discoveries. The convergence of ancient prophecy and modern science suggests the universe holds secrets beyond our current understanding. Will November's contact window bring revelation or challenge? Share your thoughts below. If this cosmic mystery intrigued you, hit like, share with fellow space enthusiasts, and subscribe to Future Facts for ongoing updates from the final frontier.
Join us as we delve into the mysterious journey of interstellar visitors captured by modern astronomy, including the enigmatic Oumuamua and the recently discovered Three-Eye/Atlas. This exploration combines scientific discoveries with eyewitness accounts and expert analyses to unravel the secrets of these cosmic wanderers. From Navy pilot encounters to Harvard theories about alien technology, prepare for revelations that challenge everything we know about our place in the universe. Oumuamua Discovery and Anomalies. Discovered in October 2017 by the Pan-STARRS survey in Hawaii, Oumuamua became the first confirmed interstellar object detected passing through our solar system. Its bizarre elongated shape, estimated at 800 meters long and 80 meters wide, resembled nothing astronomers had ever seen before. Most puzzling was its unexplained acceleration away from the sun without any visible cometary tail or outgassing that typically causes such behavior. Harvard's Avi Loeb controversially suggested it might be an artificial light sail created by extraterrestrial intelligence, while other scientists proposed it was a natural asteroid or exotic hydrogen iceberg. The object's extreme 10:1 length ratio defied conventional understanding of how cosmic bodies form and maintain structural integrity across interstellar distances. Despite intensive observations from multiple telescopes including Hubble and Spitzer, Oumuamua's exact nature remains hotly debated. Its discovery ignited an entirely new field of astronomy focused on studying interstellar visitors, fundamentally changing how we view our cosmic neighborhood. The mystery deepened when the object's trajectory showed it had been traveling through space for hundreds of millions of years before reaching us. UFO/UAP encounters and theories. In recent years, U.S. Navy pilots have reported encounters with unexplained aerial phenomena that defy conventional physics. The most famous incident occurred in 2004 off California's coast when Fravor encountered the now legendary Tic Tac UFO. He described a white, smooth craft roughly 40 feet long that exhibited extraordinary agility, instantly accelerating from 0 to hypersonic speeds without visible propulsion. The object demonstrated capabilities that seemed to violate known aerodynamic principles, including right-angle turns at extreme velocities and the ability to disappear and reappear miles away within seconds. Some researchers have theorized these phenomena might involve plasma projection technology or advanced stealth systems using electromagnetic field manipulation. Government officials have confirmed the retrieval of multiple crashed unidentified objects, with sources claiming over 10 such recoveries in U.S. possession alone. These revelations have prompted increased congressional scrutiny and calls for transparency from intelligence agencies. The correlation between these sightings and interstellar object discoveries has led some experts to speculate about potential connections between extraterrestrial monitoring and our detection of visitors like Oumuamua. Bob Lazar analysis. Bob Lazar brought widespread attention to claims of reverse-engineered extraterrestrial technology allegedly housed at the classified Area 51 facility in Nevada. Beginning in the late 1980s, Lazar detailed supposed anti-gravity propulsion systems powered by Element 115, a super-heavy element that was purely theoretical at the time of his claims. He described witnessing 9 alien craft with propulsion systems that manipulated gravity waves through Element 115's unique properties when bombarded with protons. While many scientists remained skeptical due to Lazar's inability to provide verifiable credentials and inconsistencies in his educational background, Element 115 was eventually synthesized in laboratories in 2003, lending some credibility to his technical descriptions. Government investigators found discrepancies in his claimed security clearances, though supporters argue this could indicate compartmentalized programs beyond standard classification levels. Some aspects of Lazar's descriptions of field propulsion and spacetime manipulation have gained renewed interest as theoretical physics advances in areas like the Alcubierre warp drive concept. His influence on UFO culture remains significant despite ongoing scientific skepticism about the feasibility of the technologies he described. Light sail hypothesis. Harvard astrophysicist Avi Loeb proposed the revolutionary hypothesis that Oumuamua represents not a natural celestial body but an artificial light sail, an ultra-thin spacecraft propelled by stellar radiation pressure. This theory elegantly explains the object's puzzling non-gravitational acceleration without visible outgassing, as photons from the sun could provide sufficient thrust on an extremely thin, reflective surface. Loeb calculated that for radiation pressure to account for the observed acceleration, Oumuamua would need to be less than a millimeter thick while maintaining its football field length. Though highly controversial within the scientific community, Loeb's hypothesis has forced astronomers to seriously reconsider the possibility of detecting engineered objects traversing interstellar space. His work has accelerated interest in the search for extraterrestrial intelligence, SETI, and emphasized the need for more sophisticated detection and analysis methods for future interstellar visitors. Critics argue that natural explanations involving exotic ices remain more plausible, but Loeb maintains that extraordinary claims require extraordinary investigation. His advocacy for considering artificial origins has sparked heated debates about scientific methodology and the search for extraterrestrial technology in astronomical observations. 3I Atlas, the new discovery. The third confirmed interstellar visitor, 3I Atlas, was discovered in early 2025 by the Asteroid Terrestrial Impact Last Alert System, marking another milestone in interstellar astronomy. Preliminary observations suggest this massive object measures between 10 and 20 kilometers in diameter, making it potentially 50 to 200 times larger than Oumuamua and representing a statistical anomaly that challenges our understanding of interstellar object populations. Moving at speeds exceeding 60 kilometers per second relative to our solar system, 3I Atlas displays unusual brightness characteristics and possible metallic surface composition detected through spectroscopic analysis. NASA's James Webb Space Telescope has captured infrared signatures suggesting engineered materials inconsistent with natural asteroid or comet formation. The object's trajectory and timing of arrival have raised eyebrows among researchers, with some noting its approach coincides with humanity's increasing technological capabilities and space exploration activities. Unlike previous interstellar visitors, 3I Atlas appears to exhibit controlled navigation and thermal management systems that suggest possible artificial origins. Its discovery has prompted emergency funding for enhanced observation campaigns and renewed debates about the potential for extraterrestrial reconnaissance missions monitoring our solar system. Atlas Telescope System. The Atlas, Asteroid Terrestrial Impact Last Alert System, represents a revolution in automated sky surveys, comprising 4 strategically positioned telescopes across Hawaii, Chile, and South Africa. Originally designed to detect potentially hazardous near-Earth asteroids, the system has proven instrumental in discovering interstellar objects through its unprecedented sky coverage capabilities. Each telescope, though relatively modest at 0.5 meters in diameter, can scan the entire visible sky every 24 hours using sophisticated software algorithms that identify moving objects against the stellar background. Atlas technology, developed by the University of Hawaii with NASA funding, played a crucial role in spotting 3I/Atlas and tracking its unpredictable motion patterns. The system's rapid cadence observations allow detection of extremely fast-moving objects that traditional surveys might miss during their less frequent scanning cycles. Automated detection algorithms flag anomalous objects for human review, enabling quick follow-up observations before interstellar visitors disappear beyond telescope range. Atlas's success has paved the way for more frequent detections of cosmic wanderers, revolutionizing our understanding of how common these interstellar travelers might be and providing early warning for future scientific observation campaigns. Scientific theories and debates. The scientific community remains deeply divided over 3I/Atlas's true nature, with competing theories attempting to explain its anomalous properties. Some researchers favor the hydrogen iceberg hypothesis, proposing it represents a fragment of solid hydrogen from a distant stellar system, though this theory faces challenges regarding structural stability over interstellar timescales. Others suggest a nitrogen fragment similar to Pluto's surface material, potentially ejected during planetary formation in an alien solar system. Dr. Alan Fitzsimmons from Queen's University Belfast leads observations supporting natural origins, while University of Hawaii emphasizes the need for comprehensive spectroscopic data before drawing conclusions. The inconsistency between observed non-gravitational accelerations and minimal detectable outgassing continues to challenge traditional comet models. Exotic theories include the possibility of artificial construction, with some researchers noting the object's apparent thermal management capabilities and metallic composition. Statistical analysis suggests the probability of such a large object being discovered as only our third interstellar visitor approaches less than 0.1%, fueling debates about whether we're witnessing natural phenomena or something more extraordinary. These ongoing scientific debates highlight the need for enhanced observation capabilities and interdisciplinary approaches to understanding these cosmic mysteries. Future detection technology. The Vera C. Rubin Observatory, which began operations in Chile 2024, promises a revolution in detecting and studying celestial objects including interstellar visitors. Featuring an 8.4-meter primary mirror and the world's largest digital camera, this facility can capture images covering an area equivalent to 40 full moons in a single exposure. The observatory's legacy survey of space and time will photograph the entire southern sky every few nights for 10 years, creating an unprecedented movie of the dynamic universe. Expected to discover millions of new asteroids and potentially dozens of interstellar objects annually, the Rubin Observatory will provide statistical samples large enough to determine whether objects like 3I/Atlas represent rare anomalies or part of a larger population. Advanced machine learning algorithms will process the massive data streams in real time, identifying transient events and moving objects within hours of observation. The system's enhanced sensitivity and rapid cadence will enable detection of interstellar visitors when they're still far from the Sun, providing months or years of advance warning for detailed study campaigns. This technological revolution marks humanity's transition from serendipitous discovery to systematic interstellar object hunting. Theoretical implications. The discovery of objects like 3I/Atlas triggers profound theoretical implications for astrophysics, astrobiology, and humanity's understanding of our cosmic context. Statistical anomalies in these visitors' trajectories, sizes, and properties suggest either extraordinary coincidence or the existence of a broader population of interstellar objects that may include artificial constructs. SETI researchers are developing new frameworks for detecting extraterrestrial communications embedded in the behavior patterns of such objects, including analysis of acceleration profiles and thermal signatures that might indicate intelligent control. The concept of ancient probe networks has gained traction among theorists, proposing that advanced civilizations might deploy self-replicating surveillance systems throughout the galaxy to monitor emerging technological species. Dr. Michio Kaku and other theoretical physicists suggest these objects could represent first contact scenarios disguised as natural phenomena, allowing extraterrestrial intelligence to assess humanity's development without triggering societal disruption. Galactic archaeology models now incorporate the possibility of technological artifacts traveling between star systems, fundamentally altering our understanding of interstellar material exchange and the potential for cosmic civilizations to influence each other across vast distances and timescales through strategic deployment of monitoring technologies. Future endeavors. Looking ahead, ambitious space missions like the European Space Agency's Comet Interceptor aim to rendezvous with future interstellar visitors, potentially enabling close-up study and sample return from these cosmic wanderers. International collaboration between ground-based observatories and space-based telescopes is becoming increasingly coordinated to maximize scientific returns from rare interstellar encounters. NASA has proposed rapid-response spacecraft concepts that could be launched within months of detecting new visitors, using ion propulsion and gravitational assists to intercept objects before they exit our solar system. Project Lyra, a proposed mission to catch up with Oumuamua, demonstrates the technical feasibility of interstellar pursuit missions using current technology. This era marks humanity's transition from serendipitous discovery to purposeful exploration of interstellar space, setting the stage for our species' first direct encounters with materials from other star systems. Advanced spectroscopy, mass spectrometry, and imaging systems on future missions could provide definitive answers about the nature and origins of these visitors. Such endeavors may ultimately yield the first tangible proof of extraterrestrial intelligence or reveal exotic natural processes that expand our understanding of cosmic evolution and planetary formation throughout the galaxy. The ongoing journey of discovery surrounding interstellar objects like 3I/Atlas challenges us to rethink our place in the cosmos. As detection technology advances and observational capabilities improve, we may soon witness unprecedented revelations about our cosmic neighborhood and the possibility of extraterrestrial visitors. Whether these objects represent natural phenomena or something far more extraordinary, they've already begun transforming our understanding of the universe. The truth may be stranger than fiction. Stay tuned as we continue exploring these cosmic mysteries with future facts.
Baba Vanga, the famed Bulgarian mystic, has long fascinated the world with her startling predictions. Throughout history, she accurately foretold events from geopolitical upheavals to global disasters. Hidden references indicate that Baba Vanga's August 2025 warning could signify a turning point in human history, a time of upheaval and transformation. This warning urges humanity to prepare for upheaval and awakening during this critical period. Who was Baba Vanga really speaking to? Baba Vanga's prophecies, often cryptic and metaphorical, were directed more towards collective consciousness than specific nations. Born in Petric, Bulgaria, in 1911, her track record includes precise predictions of events like World War II and the fall of the Soviet Union. Researchers such as Valery Akamenko suggest her buried mention of August 2025 points to a significant societal and spiritual shift, heralding profound changes for humanity at large. Her warnings spoke to groups bound by collective consciousness rather than individual countries, framing the forecasted events as global and deeply transformative. This interpretation suggests that her August 2025 prophecy addresses humanity's collective awakening during times of unprecedented global crisis. The mystic's ability to perceive patterns in human consciousness allowed her to predict not just political events, but fundamental shifts in how humanity perceives reality itself. Her prophecies consistently emphasized the spiritual dimension of global events, suggesting that material changes reflect deeper consciousness transformations occurring within human civilization. The Great Separation begins. The concept of Great Separation in Baba Vanga's prophecy presents humanity breaking into two distinct paths, chaos and awakening. Increasing polarization and social rifts observed globally escalate around August 2025. Analysts like Claire Finkelstein highlight rising misinformation and systemic failures leading to societal collapse, with the silent shadow symbolizing both outer turmoil and inner spiritual awakening. This division characterizes humanity's split into contrasting trajectories, with some embracing escalating chaos while others pursue enlightenment and consciousness expansion. Evidence of this polarization manifests in ideological conflicts, social fragmentation, and the breakdown of traditional institutions worldwide. The silent shadow represents invisible systemic failures, undermining global cohesion, creating conditions for widespread transformation. August 2025 appears to symbolize a threshold where these trends accelerate dramatically, leading to unprecedented institutional and cultural upheaval. This separation also reflects spiritual awakenings as communities turn inward, seeking meaning and authentic connection amidst increasing instability and uncertainty about humanity's future direction.
Geopolitical mirror nations and betrayals.
Baba Vanga predicted complex geopolitical shifts featuring mirrored nations acting as allies yet secretly betraying each other. Countries display this duality amid unfolding global unrest, with public cooperation masking private antagonism. Scholars like Fiona Hill analyze escalating tensions among major powers such as the USA, China and Russia, predicting diplomatic strain and secretive operations underpinning shifting alliances, post-August 2025. Historical betrayals, cloaked in diplomatic language, have paved the way for these dramatic realignments of global power structures. Events since 2020 underscore emerging tensions between superpowers, with cooperation increasingly interspersed with espionage, economic warfare, and territorial disputes. Baba Vanga's forecasted reshuffling suggests a fundamental realignment beginning in August 2025, potentially disrupting entrenched hierarchies and introducing unprecedented unpredictability into international relations. Her vision warns of increased secrecy beneath diplomatic facades, foreshadowing betrayals that could exacerbate global instability. This prophecy calls for vigilance as the geopolitical landscape undergoes profound transformation, with traditional alliances giving way to unexpected coalitions and partnerships.
Cosmic signs and infrastructure collapse.
Ominous celestial phenomena are showing up alongside Baba Vanga's warnings for the year 2025, with observers noting some pretty unusual atmospheric patterns and planetary alignments involving Mars, Jupiter, and Saturn. These are expected to induce electromagnetic disruptions that could impact Earth in significant ways. NASA's magnetospheric multiscale mission has detected related fluctuations in the solar wind, signaling, the potential for major infrastructure failures that actually line up with these prophetic timelines. These cosmic alignments might really amplify geomagnetic storms, which could severely affect global communications, electrical grids, and satellite networks. All the stuff modern civilization depends on. Recent observations have shown increasing variability in the solar wind, and this seems to correlate with those astronomical events, creating conditions that could lead to widespread technological disruption. Baba Vanga's vision warns of escalating infrastructure failures, driven by both natural cosmic forces and the technological vulnerabilities in our interconnected global systems. The collapse of key systems, especially during her predicted time frame, could show up as failures in transportation networks, power distribution, financial systems, and digital communications. And honestly, these occurrences would act as catalysts for even greater social and economic disruptions, intensifying humanity's challenges as foretold in her August 2025 prophecy, and accelerating the predicted separation of human consciousness.
The fall of artificial control systems.
The collapse of pervasive digital oversight, sometimes called the glass brain, is a big part of Baba Vanga's prophecy. This AI-driven control network governs so many aspects of human life through super-sophisticated surveillance and algorithmic manipulation. Experts like Kate Crawford have documented how surveillance is getting more and more integrated into governance, social engineering, and our everyday activities, creating, some pretty unprecedented levels of technological control over individual behavior and collective decision-making. A predicted system glitch, or maybe even a deliberate disruption, could awaken segments of humanity from this digital enslavement, sparking a dramatic shift from technological submission to spiritual awakening during this critical period. The sudden fall of these systems is foretold to reveal hidden manipulations and kick off a mass consciousness awakening, exposing how artificial intelligence has been shaping human thoughts, behaviors, and social structures. This revelation acts as a real catalyst for societal transformation, right in line with Baba Vanga's vision of consciousness splitting between systemic submission and newfound awareness. The prophetic timing in August 2025 points to possible technological failures that could have, pretty profound implications for privacy, autonomy, and the basic power dynamics that run modern civilization.
Waters rising and institutional collapse.
Rising waters and devastating floods are at the heart of Baba Vanga's ominous vision for 2025, with severe climate disasters threatening multiple global hotspots all at once. Cities like New York, Mumbai, and Miami are facing unprecedented challenges from rising sea levels and extreme weather events. Climate scientists are linking these disasters to the increasing frequency of extreme weather patterns, which serve as both literal environmental catastrophes and honestly symbolic disruptions in the fabric of global society. The flooding represents not only physical inundation, but also a kind of metaphorical purification, washing away outdated paradigms and institutional structures that just don't serve humanity's evolution anymore. Institutions that people have long thought of as stable are now facing disintegration amid mounting ecological and economic pressures, creating widespread social upheaval. Mourning goes hand in hand with this dramatic transformation, as humanity deals with the loss of systems, structures, and ways of life that were once taken for granted. Rising sea levels threaten coastal megacities, while food and water security challenges only amplify existing tensions between nations and communities. The prophecy really invites us to recognize these intertwined crises as necessary steps toward transformation, urging an engaged response and adaptation as we approach the foretold turning point in human civilization.
Ancient wisdom returns.
Amid a global crisis, we're seeing ancient wisdom make a real comeback as communities around the world experience, well, a pretty profound spiritual awakening. Baba Vanga's so-called veil-thinning prophecy, which is tied to August 2025, is really striking a chord with theories from consciousness researcher Carl Johann Kalaman about planetary cycles and the evolution of human consciousness. Lost knowledge is resurfacing, serving as essential guidance through these chaotic transitions, with a renewed focus on interconnectedness, natural harmony, and balance that goes way beyond traditional religious boundaries. This reawakening, honestly, transcends those conventional spiritual frameworks, shifting the focus toward universal human connection, our interdependence with nature, and the rediscovery of healing traditions that were once suppressed. All over the globe, communities are showing renewed interest in holistic healing practices, meditation techniques, earth-based spirituality, and indigenous wisdom, offering practical tools for facing these unprecedented global challenges. Collective memory, which had been kind of suppressed, is re-emerging, providing essential resources that help society reorient toward sustainable coexistence with our natural systems. This revival isn't just spiritual, it includes forgotten technologies, agricultural methods, and social structures that put community resilience above individual accumulation. Baba Vanga's vision suggests that, even as chaos escalates and institutions falter, the systematic revival of ancestral wisdom offers hope, practical guidance, and, honestly, sustainable pathways toward authentic human fulfillment and planetary restoration.
The silence of the Western Empire.
Baba Vanga predicts the quiet retreat of the Western Empire, with major powers like the USA and the European Union showing unmistakable signs of internal fatigue and, diminished global influence. Political leaders express increasing uncertainty and hesitation, which really signals institutional exhaustion in maintaining worldwide dominance and control. Historian Niall Ferguson documents similar patterns in previous imperial declines, illustrating how the loss of coherent purpose and systematic overreach can precipitate structural unraveling, setting the stage for entirely new world orders after 2025. The empire's forgetting its purpose suggests a fundamental loss of vision, coherent strategy, and sustainable resource management, traits that, have historically characterized declining civilizations. Nations that once projected confidence and strength now demonstrate internal division, economic instability, and social fragmentation, all of which undermine their capacity for effective leadership. This retreat creates, unprecedented opportunities for emerging nations and alternative governance models to fill the resulting power vacuum. Baba Vanga's prophecy highlights the inherent vulnerabilities of dominant global powers, presaging dramatic geopolitical shifts that open space for new paradigms in international relations. The transformation signals not just political change but also fundamental shifts in how human societies organize themselves globally.
Mass soul migration and false saviors.
A massive migration of souls reflects humanity's desperate flight from digital saturation toward authentic simplicity and spiritual fulfillment. As predicted, increasing numbers pursue minimalist lifestyles, deliberately rejecting hyper-connected digital existence in favor of genuine human connection and natural living. Social psychologist David McRaney highlights misinformation's devastating role in societal disruption, underscoring psychological pressures, including digital suffocation, that drive this unprecedented movement toward authenticity. The migration fosters widespread spiritual exploration, community resilience building, and the development of new value systems that emphasize meaning over material accumulation. However, Baba Vanga warns of manipulative false saviors emerging amid chaos, exploiting collective vulnerabilities and spiritual seeking for personal power and control. These deceptive leaders use sophisticated manipulation techniques to exploit people's desperation for guidance and hope during volatile transitional periods. The prophecy urges careful discernment to avoid succumbing to illusory leadership during this vulnerable time, advocating individual empowerment through awareness, critical thinking, and authentic spiritual development. This migration represents both an opportunity for genuine transformation and a dangerous susceptibility to exploitation by those who really understand human psychology and spiritual hunger. Children of the New World. The prophecy culminates with children born after mid-2025, embodying entirely new consciousness characteristics, free from inherited traumas and conditioned patterns that have limited previous generations. Sociologist Jean Twenge observes emerging traits of enhanced empathy, creativity, and ecological awareness in these youth, suggesting fundamental evolutionary shifts in human consciousness and capability. They symbolize humanity's evolutionary leap forward, tasked with guiding global renewal and healing amid ongoing civilizational transitions and challenges. These children reportedly exhibit transformative consciousness that transcends old paradigms, offering hope for systematic planetary restoration and social reconstruction. Educators and researchers notice increasing trends toward mindfulness, environmental stewardship, collaborative problem-solving, and intuitive understanding of complex systems among younger generations. Communities worldwide recognize these children as natural bearers of new paradigms, nurturing their development as essential leaders for humanity's future survival and flourishing. This cohort represents the potential for complete transformation of human civilization, catalyzing global healing processes and fundamental renewal of social, economic, and spiritual systems. Baba Vanga's final message offers profound hope amid unprecedented upheaval, suggesting that, despite current chaos and destruction, the future holds extraordinary promise through the awakening and empowerment of this remarkable emerging generation. Baba Vanga's August 2025 warning challenges humanity to awaken amid spiraling global crises. Whether you see her message literally or metaphorically, it really underscores urgent reflection and collective resilience. As these transformations unfold, our survival depends on awareness, adaptability, and cooperation. The signs of change are undeniable. Preparation and spiritual awakening become absolutely essential. So which aspect of these prophecies resonates most with you? Share your thoughts below. If this exploration intrigued you, hit like, share with fellow seekers, and subscribe to Future Facts for continued guidance through these transformative times.